What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be working on the S13 again. Of course, it's the build, it's the car of the channel. Anyways, we're going to be tearing apart into the car again. We're going to take off the front suspension, control arms and everything, because we will end up having to send that over to Jason at Rival Auto Works to get our angle kit done. And also, we just ordered all of our rear control arms from Megan Racing, so that's going to have to be put on soon. We're going to take off the old suspension because, I don't know, we're not going to use them, obviously, and maybe someone needs them for rollers. So, yeah, we're just going to start tearing apart the car, get the headlights off and everything, paint the brackets, and start getting the little things done while we're waiting on our arms to come in. And if you didn't already know, it's 212s, and then the shock will come right off. Granted that you have the one big 17 on the bottom already off. Boom. Same thing for this side. Once these, just let me know in the comments below or DM me on Instagram. It's a Kiko shocks, but I'm pretty sure it's probably a stock spring, but I don't know. Same thing with the fronts. So Kiko shocks, come and get them. So these front wheels have never been taken off before, so I'm just gonna go with the good old-fashioned crossbar and kind of just force them loose. Hopefully the studs or the lug nuts aren't seized on or anything, so let's try that. Okay, there you go. We all broke loose. Now let's go ahead and get the impact and get them all the way out and start taking apart the front suspension. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, I got these 5-lug hubs the other day from a guy who said they were S13 conversion hubs. And either I don't have S13 spindles or the fool lied to me. 5-lug hubs on there, they go on. The bearing's way too big, so I don't know if they're supposed to be like something's wrong. Oh my god. Alright, so we got all of our stock stuff out. As you can see, it's pretty much floating on both sides now. It's kind of dark. But we got the 4-lug hubs and the rotors, lower control arms, tie rods, tension rods, and stock suspension pretty much. All of this is for sale. Pretty much $160 for all this stuff, $80 for those. Or if you want something separate, just let me know and I'll tell you a price. But now that this is off, we're going to go and call it a night because it's late and I'm tired. Tomorrow, we'll go ahead and start working on pulling all the headlights and intercooler off. That way we can paint the brackets that we made a while ago so they don't rust. So for me, it'll be tomorrow. For you guys, it'll be right after this snap. So see you guys then. We're going to go ahead and remove our headlight brackets and our intercooler brackets down below. I have it zip tied up here because honestly I don't want to have to undo this corner here because it requires a lot of adjusting to make the headlight fit right with the fender and the hood. So if possible, I'm going to try to just take off this side, leave that side where it's at because this side doesn't have that much movement. It kind of just it is what it is. So yeah, let's see if we can get this off without having to remove the whole headlight off the car. got our headlight brackets here and our two bottom intercooler mount brackets. You can tell they have that slight bend to them. So now we're just gonna pretty much round out these corners, clean them up, that way they look a lot better, trim this edge because all this extra stuff is not needed. Same with these here, trim, then round it out, give everything a nice smooth surface, and we'll hit it with some primer and paint, get it looking nice so it can match our engine bay. Okay, so we brought it back in the shed here, and we're just gonna go ahead and lop this side off it and then get the grinding wheel and smoothing it all out. So let's just go ahead and cut to that. Brackets all hung up. We're spraying it with a base coat of blue, then we're gonna hit it with the metallic paint. So just waiting for this first coat to dry, kind of just dusted it on, introduce the paint to the metal. Then we'll go ahead and hit it with a full wet coat. Then we'll go ahead and get the metallic paint on there. They're painted up, as you can see, the intercooler ones, the headlight brackets, all nice and blue to match the engine bay. And I don't know if you guys can see all the, let's see if I'll focus, yeah, all that pearl like metallic looking thing in there. Yeah, all that is from a Home Depot rattle can. Where is it? Right over here. This thing, this color is amazing. Like, look at this. That's literally how it comes out on the material painting. And when has that ever happened? So let's go ahead and get these brackets back on the car. They've been drying for like an hour or so. They're dry enough to the touch, so yeah, let's go ahead and just put them on. Before I put the intercooler on, because once that's on, it's pretty much going to cover everything. As you can see, it's not the perfect match, but it's close enough. Like up here, you honestly can't even tell the difference. See? It's a little brighter, I think, but it blends in with the, it makes it blend in a lot more than with it either a different color or just the raw metal. So yeah, everything's all nice and painted up now, front and back. Let's go ahead and tighten these brackets up, or put the intercooler on and then tighten all the brackets up. If you guys remember when we made these brackets, I said that these headlight tabs for the intercooler was just temporary, and I was going to make a bracket to pull from here to here to strengthen it up and not rely on the plastic. As you can see, it's already cracking down here as well. So we went ahead and drew up these brackets with some CAD, as some of you guys know as cardboard aided design. We labeled it passenger and driver side. It's just going to be a simple L bracket like this, and it's going to bolt from here to here, and it's going to support it with this bracket to the intercooler. That way it's not relying on the headlight bracket. So let's go ahead and cut these up into the aluminum sheet right there, bend it up, and we'll have our brackets. This all marked up. It looks like a mess right now because it is, but I know what's going on here, and it might look a little confusing, but once it's all done, you guys will see the final product and you'll understand. But save you guys from another time lapse, let's just go ahead and use some YouTube magic and cut to the final result. Boom, there you go. We got our rough brackets all made up. You can see that the bend is at an angle because the bolts are at a slight angle. So let's go ahead and kind of set this in place and see if they're in the right spot-ish, and then we can drill our holes. So that actually worked out better than I thought. I was kind of worried that the angle that I made the bend at would be a little too harsh or not enough or whatever. But on this side, as you can see, if the bolt's right there, and we drill the hole there, it lines perfectly right on top of that next one. Same with this one right here. Put it right there in the center, and it will line up perfectly with that one. So let's go ahead and drill our first holes, and then we'll go from there. Originally, we had planned to put it underneath, so it'll be all hidden there, but I didn't think about it till after the fact that if I put it under there, it's gonna move our headlight forward, and it's just gonna shift our headlight to where it might not fit how we want it. So we're just gonna have it sit right on top, and it's gonna brace it. Even on top, it's just gonna sandwich this together, which in theory could possibly even be better than putting on the bottom. So that being said, let's smoke our holes in here and get it to fit. Boom, just like that, we have a little tiny L bracket, super simple design that is gonna work. Sits on top of the headlights. As you can see, it's cracked here, so it's bracing the top here with the bottom. Strengthens our headlight bracket, but also gives us more support for the intercooler. Same on this side. So, that being said, our intercooler mount brackets are officially completely done. Everything's all nice and painted up. Let's see what else we can do today. Okay, so I didn't really plan on this working, so I didn't film it, but it ended up working, so now I'll have to show you guys. My intercooler piping is now complete. It's completely plumbed from turbo side to intake. Let's show you guys here. It goes down into this 90, into the intercooler. So the intercooler up here, from these pipes up into the intake. I didn't think it was gonna work because honestly, I didn't think it was gonna work, but I ended up finding enough pieces that I had here to make it work. So as you can see, it's this 2.5 45 to adapter, or is it 275? I don't know. It's this pipe to coupler to this pipe, and it was supposed to go straight into here, but it kind of fell short. And I was gonna order some pipes, but I was like, let me see if I have something that can work. And I had extra couplers and extra T-bolt clamps, and added a small section of pipe here. As you can see, it's not very large, and it connects this side. And then when you follow up to this side, same thing. It's this 45 3-inch, and it's supposed to just be 145 into here, and then this pipe up into the intake with the coupler. But it was just a little short, so I was gonna order the 3-inch 45 to make it a little longer. But I was looking around with what I had, and I found I had a little 3-inch pipe that I was able to cut down and extra coupler. So we were able to make it all work, and all these T-bolt clamps, so it has a good seal. Obviously, I'm going to redo this later on with just one piece from here all the way to the intercooler, same on the other side. But in the meantime, while we're trying to just get this thing running and going, this is going to be perfectly fine. Once we everything else around the car is all said and done, and we have time to go back at stuff, we'll for sure change this up. Alright guys, we're ending today's video in my bedroom. I just wanted to give you guys a huge thank you. We have reached 200 subscribers. We're actually at 201. It's incredible to see how much you guys have been watching. It took me over a year. It took me like a year and a half just to get to 100, and it's been a couple months since then, and we're already at 200. I'm just amazed in how much the channel is growing, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So I hope you guys can bear with me with my whole S13 project. I know a lot of people like to see different things here and there, but trust me, once we get the S13 done, I'm going to get smaller projects here and there. That way we can just keep you guys interested in stuff that we can just do real quick instead of this whole big race car project like how the S13 is. So that being said, I just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out. Thank you again. And while we're here, if you guys haven't picked one up yet, hit up Caden over at Constant Bag. Pick up one of his magazines, and there's a bunch of cool content in here. And on the very last page of volume 2 is, yep, the old RX-7. Back when it was 1J, well, back when it was pretty much in its prime. So check it out. If he still has some, just send them, go on his website, pick up some of his merch, and yeah, that being said, thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.